Hi everybody, it's Craftin' Just Because with Chris Cowan. Happy Thursday everybody. Super excited to be crafting with you all this afternoon. Okay, so we are playing with the Flowering Rainboots bundle, and this bundle is good only through June of 2022. So if you want it, get it. I absolutely am in love with this set. It was one of the first sets I bought. I don't know why it took me so long to design with it. I just love it. So I've been sharing projects that I made with this bundle all week, and it has coordinating dies that cut out the rain boots, the watering can, the florals. There's even a trawl and a seed packet for the seed packet and the pot. It's just a great set. And then this design here, this lattice design. So what we're going to make today is we are going to make a shadow box card, and it's really simple, really easy. I had it underneath a book, so I was trying to get it to pop back up, but it will stand on its own just like that. And then this is the design for the card that we're making. So we did the rain boots, the watering can, and then I did the flowers there in the middle. And we're also going to be using some new dies that are in the brand new catalog that launched 2 days ago. And they're the Fabulous Frames dies. And let me show you what dies we have going on here. So you have corner edges, which this set I think would be great for scrapbookers, but it's also great for card making. You have a mini label, and then the oval, and then this piece right here, which we are going to use today, and then a really good size frame there. And this one embosses a little bit on the corner photo corners. So great set. And then we are going to be using the following colors. We're using some Granny Apple Green. We're going to use a blend and then the ink pad, some polished pink, some Bermuda Bay, and some smoky slate, as well as the 2021-2022 in color jewels. I don't know if these are still available, but you can check. And then we're using polished pink cardstock and Whisper White cardstock. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me move all my pieces over. First thing I want to do is we're going to color the ribbon. So this is the white crinkled ribbon, and all you need to do with that white crinkled ribbon is you can use Stampin' Blends, and it will color your ribbon to any color that you need for your project, which I think is great to have. So let me get some scrap paper here. I'm just going to do it here on my notebook that I keep my notes on. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay it flat, and then you're going to use the brush tip, and you just kind of, looks like I used the lighter color the time before that, or on my sample card, but I think I wanted it a little darker, so I went with the dark Granny Apple Green. And I'm kind of doing a longer piece here just because you're going to need to do some tying on it. But see how quick and easy, and it dries really fast. And it takes our inks fabulously. Or our blends, I should say. Okay, so that was our first step. So we're going to just set that aside while we do our card. Then you're going to need to grab 2 pieces of cardstock. We have one here that's in polished pink, and it's cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we have a basic white piece that is cut the same way. And then I also have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I put on the back just to make it a little sturdier. And then you can write your sentiment or whatever you want on the back. And this is cut at 4 1/8 by 3 3/8. I went ahead and pre-cut out the white cutout and the Rainboots and watering can because we are going to need to do the frame on this petal pink piece. So let's go ahead and score this first. And what you're going to want to do is on the 5 1/2 inch side, you want to score it at a 1/2 inch and 1 inch on both ends. So a 1/2 inch and 1 inch, and then we're going to flip it over and do a 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And the reason I wanted to score that first is so we could see right where we're going to put that frame in the middle there. Okay? And then what you're going to do is we're going to take our frame, okay, and I know it's hard to see the score lines, but you're going to center it right in the middle there on your cardstock. Okay, and what I like to do is I put a piece of Post-it tape just to hold it in place so it doesn't move when I die cut it. And then let me grab my die cut machine and my pads. Okay, so you're gonna want your number 1 plate, your number 2 plate, and then your 2 clear pads. And I'm just gonna lay that on there, and we're gonna run it through the machine. Okay. Let me get all this out of the way now. Okay, so this is what you're left with. You're left with the frame, which also gets, it does an embossing curly cue here on the outside. See the curly cues there? This piece we are not going to need. So what I do, actually, you know what would be cute, actually? I have an idea. We're going to change this up a little bit. You aren't going to need this middle piece, but it's a great scrap, so save that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this frame because I like the embossed look. I'm going to glue that down into the center of my basic white piece. And that way it gives us a little more room to hang our sentiment here. Okay. So let's put this die away so I don't lose the die. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these on top of each other. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in with my liquid multi-purpose glue. I'm going to put glue along the edges here. Okay. And then I'm going to glue that right down into the center of my basic white piece of cardstock. And then I could lift that piece out. Oh, I love it. I love how that looks. I'm glad I changed that up a bit. Okay, while we're waiting for that to dry, because we're going to do some stamping, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold this, burnish this. So what we're going to do is the second fold, you're going to do a mountain fold. You just got to be careful. Whoops. go. I'm going to run my bone folder over that. You just got to be careful because that frame, you know, makes this a little thinner. What am I trying to, for more fragile, I guess. I'm stuck on words today. So that's how it's going to glue to your cardstock here. And then we also, I forgot, we need to do the same scoring on our basic white piece here. Silly me. So a 1/2 inch and then 1 inch on both ends. Okay. Okay, so since we did, we're going to just fold this one the opposite way. So we're going to go down and then up like that, and then down and then up like that. So when you put these together, see how it, see how it'll make a shadow box. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to stamp all of our pieces. I'm sorry, you guys, if you hear my dog. He is going crazy because the UPS man just showed up here. Okay, so I'm first going to start with my Granny Apple Green. And because I added the frame, we got to be careful when I stamp this, because on my sample, I didn't add the frame on the inside. But this is nice because it's like a guide to show us where we want to put that ink. So I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. And just like that. And then I'm going to... I'm sorry. Sure. Then I just set my watch off. Crazy, crazy. Okay. And then I want to do my flowers in the petal pink. Okay. So then petal pink. And then we're going to just line those up on the buds there, or on the stems, I should say. Just like that. Oh, I love it. I love these colors together. And then I want to, we need to do our sentiment and the back of our card. So let me clean this one off. And since we're totally mixing it up, I'm going to go for a different sentiment. I'm going to do Live Life in Full Bloom. Why not mix it all up, right? Okay. And I'm going to do that in the Bermuda Bay. Just like that. Okay. And then when we have Bermuda Bay out, I was thinking I'm going to do the seed packet on the back. See how I did it there? And I'm going to do that in Bermuda Bay as well. Okay. So I'm just going to do one in the bottom corner. And I kind of tilted it a little bit. Okay. So now we just need to put our card together. Okay. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to bring in my images that we stamped. And actually, let's do this. Let's put tear and tape. Okay, we're going to put tear and tape on both ends there. Okay, and then we are going to take that release paper off. Okay, and then we are going to carefully line up the ends together. Just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, like that. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. And then you just gonna play with where you want your images. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just put a thin strip of glue right down the center of my boot there. Okay. And I'm gonna glue that on down right onto my shadow box there. And then the watering can, I was thinking of putting the watering can, see this one I put too close or on top of each other, but I'm thinking of putting it there at the bottom. I like that. Okay, so then I'm just gonna take a little bit of glue and I'm just gonna put it here and along that handle there so that it'll glue to the boot. Just like that. Because you got to remember, this has got to fit in an envelope, so you want everything contained in your space there. Okay. And then we need to glue the back of our card on. Just right there in the middle. Make that base a little stronger. Okay. And then we need to make our little frame around there. And I didn't cut that piece out. Silly me. So that scrap we had, we will need to use, and we'll cut the frame out. And we'll just use our little mini cut and emboss machine. I thought I cut it out, but I'm not seeing it here. Okay. That's why we have a little mini, which is perfect. So we'll put that on there. Get that going. Okay. Okie dokie. So we don't need that piece. We need to pop our little frame out just like that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to flip it over because this is the embossed side. And I'm going to set my frame in the middle there. And I'm just going to add a little bit of tape just to hold that into place. Okay. Then we're going to take our ribbon and I'm going to tie a bow on one of the ends. And when you color the ribbon too, it kind of makes it a little stiffer, but it's so easy to work with there. And then what I'm gonna do, I have more success with my liquid glue sticking, so I'm gonna just add a little dab of liquid glue, and I'm gonna glue that right into the middle there, and I'm just gonna add a little clip to pinch it, okay? And then I'm gonna come down here to this end, and I'm going to kind of measure across my little window, and I'm going to tie another little bow. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this end. I'm going to add a dab of glue, and I'm going to put a clip there to hold it. And then I'm just going to cut off any extra ribbon that I had there. So not too bad. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of tear and tape because I want it to be strong right here at the top. Actually, not tear and tape. I'm sorry. I'm going to do my liquid glue. Okay. And I'm just going to do a little dab right on each of these and then right across the border there, making sure not to glue the back side of that down. Okay. And then I'm going to add that down, glued down. Okay. And then we're going to add our rhinestones, and hopefully by that time I could take off my little clips and we could look at our finished product here. You know what? I'm going to add some of the yellow this time. So I'm going to add one there. And you should always, whoops. Well, hold on. Let's see. You should always add an odd number. There's our card, you guys. So cute, I think. I think this set is perfect for a shadow box card like we just made. I'm going to use it for Mother's Day, this one. And I think it'll be fun to gift that. So, until next time, my creative peeps, we will be stamping probably, yeah, I should be able to do my live next week. So, if not, I'll let you guys know ahead of time. But sometimes I have appointments that run into my night, and so sometimes I have to schedule them on a Friday. But I think we should be good to go. So until my next time, my creative peeps, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.